Solid Husky. Like, subscribe. So, we just got finished doing Resident Evil 3, which features Nemesis, which is on the screen. I never played the first Resident Evil 3 Nemesis ever. So this is my first. The first time I played it was the remake, and pretty. The game. I'll go into positives and negatives, but if you don't want any spoilers, you never played the game, I would leave now. I'm just gonna do a review of the game, and I might say some spoilers, so I would just leave now. I'll give you a count of three. 1, 2, 3. All right. So the game takes place in Raccoon City. It takes place like before, after, and during Resident Evil 2. You play as Jill Valentine, the one of the survivors of Resident Evil 1 in the Spencer Mansion. So she basically is trying to get out of the city, and this bioweapon called Nemesis, which is made in Europe, European branch of Umbrella. They brought them over, and it basically focused on the star members, Brad and Jill Valentine. So overall, so basically, I'm going to go into the negatives, some positives. Graphics, they're really, graphics are really good. Zombies feel really good, shooting mechanics and all that. But some of the negative things about the game is, it is kind of short. I think the original is kind of short too, but they cut back on some of the content, like the clock tower, and there was a boss too that I wouldn't know because I only played this version. And they also, one of the major points, which I think they kind of fell on, maybe there's a couple of them, is they should have made this, like, Resident Evil 3 was known for the Raccoon City. They should have had more of the city in the game, even if it was, a couple blocks of the city, and they should have done it, and I feel like it would have made the game so much better if they, had more of the Raccoon City, and backtracking in that part. It extend it a little bit, extend the game a little. It would make the game a little bit longer, and it would just feel so much better. And they also, if they did that, made the city part bigger, and they included the Nemesis, the Mr. X mechanic from Resident Evil 2, where he would stalk you in the bigger city. And made that happen with Nemesis stalking around the bigger city. I feel like it would have made the game so much better. Let's see what else. Overall, so that's my biggest complaint of the game. I feel like that should have been, they should have took more time with it. They took a lot of time with Resident Evil 2, and I hope they put the same effort in Resident Evil 4. I hope they make it Resident Evil 4 more horror oriented, because I wasn't biggest fan is Resident Evil 4. I know a lot of people love that game, but the fact is it's a little bit less horror oriented, and that's why I dislike that game. Uh, but you know, we have a lot to look forward for. We have Resident Evil 8 DLC and the third person view coming in, I think, October, and then Resident Evil 4 Remake in March or April. It's one of those months. Correct me if I'm wrong, put it in the comments. But so overall, I think the game was good. I think it's about a 7, would say an 8, but since it's kind of short and they cut content, I just don't feel like they could have done better, and they didn't have to do. They just had to do a little bit more. And that's my opinions on the game. It's a good playthrough, so definitely check it out if you're a fan of Resident Evil. Like, subscribe, join the channel.